So how are you all? Am I audible to all? Please message fast, then we will start the session. फटाफट से मुझे मैसेज करके बताइए. Am I audible to all of you? Then we will start the session. Shiv Shankar, Megha, Shaheen. Am I audible to all of you? Then we will start the session. जल्दी से मैसेज करके मुझे बताइए. Please message. Then we will start the session. Then we will resume the session. Shaheen, Megha, Shiv Shankar. Am I audible to all of you? Please message fast. उसके बाद हमारी क्लास को हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. Okay, so today we will discuss supply chain management regarding to food processing. What is supply chain management regarding to food processing? This we will discuss today. Okay. इससे पहले we had studied food processing. We had discussed the basics of food processing. What is food processing industry? What are the importance of food processing industry? What are the challenges of food processing industry? We had discussed all these things. We also discussed about the upstream, downstream in food processing industry yesterday. What is upstream? What is the importance of upstream? What are the challenges of upstream? Then we also discuss about the downstream. What are the importances of downstream? What are the challenges of downstream? So today we will discuss supply chain management. Supply chain management is very important when we talk about food processing chapter, because right now these e-commerce, the way e-commerce is flourishing in our country, this supply chain management become very important topic. So we will discuss supply chain management. What is the role of e-commerce? What is the role of supermarkets? We will discuss all these things. So are you all ready? Shall we start the session? Are you all ready? Shall we start the session? If you all are ready for that. Yes. So shall we start? What is supply chain management and what all are its important features? Let's begin. Let's start the session. What is supply chain management? So supply chain management, UPSC had asked following questions in UPSC mains exam. Regarding to supply chain management, UPSC had asked two questions, one in 2015, another in 2018. What are the impediments in marketing and supply chain management in developing the food processing industry? Can e-commerce help in overcoming this bottleneck? Examine the role of supermarkets in supply chain management of fruits, vegetable and food item. How do they eliminate number of intermediary? So these were the two questions being asked by UPSC in 2015 and 2018. First is regarding to e-commerce and another is regarding to supermarkets like DMart and all these things. So let's start with the concept first. What is the meaning of supply chain management? What is the concept of this supply chain management? Let's start with that. Just a second. So what is this concept of supply chain management? What is this concept of supply chain management? Let's discuss this first. What is supply chain management? What is this supply chain management talk about? So supply chain management, if any question came in mains, if any kind of question came in mains regarding to supply chain management, you can write this definition in supply chain management introduction. It is a strategic coordination. It is a strategic coordination. It is the strategic coordination of all activities. It is the strategic coordination of all activities involved in planning, sourcing, production, processing, storage, logistic, processing, storage, logistic, distribution of and distribution of goods and services, distribution of goods and services, distribution of goods and services with the goal of delivering right product at right time, in the right quantity, right product at right time in right quantity with proper quality, at low cost, with proper quality at low cost, with the objective of maximum consumer satisfaction, with the objective of maximum consumer satisfaction and minimum waste. This is the definition of supply chain management. This is how you can write supply chain management. Now, what is supply chain management? Again, I'll explain. It is a strategic coordination of all activities. It is the strategic coordination of all activities involved in planning, securing production, processing, storage, logistic and distribution of goods and services, with the goal of delivering right product at right time in the right quantity with proper quality at low cost, with the objective of maximum consumer satisfaction and minimum waste. This is how you can write the definition of supply chain management. So if any question come regarding to supply chain management, you can start with this introduction. This is a holistic introduction of supply chain management. I hope it is being clear to you how you can start with supply chain management introduction. So this is how you can start the introduction of supply chain management. Now, what are the key elements of supply chain management? Key elements of supply chain management. What are the key elements of supply chain management? How will this supply chain management actually work? How this supply chain management actually work? What are the key elements of that? So first of all, planning. You need to plan everything. Planning is the most important component. That is forecast demand. We need to forecast the demand. Align the resources. What is our first goal? The first goal is forecast the demand and align the resources associated with it. Then next is sourcing. Now, what is included in this sourcing? What is included in that? Procure raw material from farmers and suppliers. Procure raw material from farmers and suppliers. This is the second thing, sourcing. Then third, processing and production. Processing and production. Convert raw food into processed food, or packed food, Convert raw food into processed food or packed food. Processing is done, then storage. Warehouses, cold chain logistics, cold chain logistic to save perishable goods, We can save these perishable goods with this storage. Then apart from that, distribution. What is involved in it? Transport goods to wholesaler, retailer, transport goods to wholesaler, retailers, and export hubs. This is distribution. Then after that, information flow. What is the information flow? That means digital tracking, quality control, and monitoring. This come here. And lastly, value addition. Now, what is included in value addition? Ensure food safety, reduce waste, and quality management. So these all are the key elements of these are the key elements of supply chain management. This is how the supply chain management actually work. First, we start with planning, that is forecasting the demand, align the resource. Sourcing, that is procuring raw material from farmers and suppliers. Then processing and production, convert raw food into processed food or packed food. Storage, warehouses, cold chain logistic to save perishable goods. Distribution, we need to transport goods to wholesaler, retailer, and export hubs. Then information flow, that is digital tracking, quality control, and monitoring. And value addition, that is ensuring food safety, reduce waste, and maintaining the quality. These all are the key elements of supply chain management. I hope it has been clear to you all how this supply chain management work. What is the key element of this supply chain management? Friends, is it clear to you all? Please message. These are the elements of supply chain management. This is how the supply chain management work. Now, moving ahead, let's talk about the importance of supply chain management. What is the importance of supply chain management? How the supply chain management is actually playing a role. How much important the supply chain management is. Let's discuss this. Importance of supply chain management. The first is ensuring food safety. Ensure food safety and quality. You need to ensure the food safety and quality. Track the source of defect. You need to track the source of defect. where is actually the defect is. Track the source of defective food item. Defective food item. Track the source of defective food item. Second, reduce wastage. Reduce wastage. You need to reduce the wastage. How wastage can be reduced? Efficient logistic. Efficient logistic. Efficient logistic. Cold chain management. Cold chain management. Minimize spoilage. Minimize spoilage during storage and transit. During storage and transit. This is the second way. This is the second way through which we can reduce the wastage. Third, improve farm income. Improve farm income. Improve farm income. Direct procurement through FPO, farmer producer organization. Direct procurement through FPO reduce the involvement of middlemen. Reduce involvement of middlemen. Reduce involvement of middlemen. Then fourth, just in time inventory. Just in time inventory. Just in time inventory. Again, inventory management is very important. Reduce overstocking. Reduce overstocking and understocking. Reduce overstocking and understocking. Reduce overstocking and understocking. That means ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए कि you are keeping so much of material with yourself. That means your inventory management is not proper. Understocking is also a dangerous situation, because in that case, if there is a huge demand, you are not able to fulfill that. So in-time inventory should be maintained. Then support export competitiveness. Support export competitiveness. Support export competitiveness. That is consistent quality. Consistent quality. Standard products. Consistent quality, standard product. Apart from that, certification. Certification and timely delivery. Timely delivery of goods in international market. In international market. In international market. Timely delivery of goods in international market. And last is efficiency. Drive efficiency. Drive efficiency and cost saving. Drive efficiency and cost saving. You need to focus on cost saving and drive efficiency. Integrate production. Integrate production with storage. Integrate production with storage. Distribution with proper resource utilization. With proper resource utilization. With proper resource utilization. So these are the importances of supply chain management. that you need to do the best cost efficient manner. You need to reduce the unnecessary costs. You need to save the money. You need to have proper storage so that the reduction in overall wastage. So this is how the supply chain management can drive efficiency in the system. Is it clear to all, friends? So this is how supply chain management is very important in context of India. This is how the supply chain management is very important in context of India. I hope it is being clear to all of you. Now moving ahead, let's talk some of the benefits of supply chain management. What is the benefits of resource utilization? Benefits of supply chain management. Benefits of supply chain management. Very important role being played by supply chain management. What is the benefit of supply chain management? क्या है supply chain management की benefit? The first thing is better traceability. Better traceability. Better traceability. You can easily trace where your product is. Track food from source to consumer. Track food from source to consumer. जहां आपका source है वहां से consumer तक you can easily track the product. Faster and efficient logistic. Faster and efficient logistic. Faster and efficient logistic. Faster and efficient logistic. Shorter time for product to reach market. For product to reach market. The time should be short enough that the product should reach the market at fast pace. Lower operational cost. Lower operational cost. Lower operational cost. Optimize transport. Optimize transport and create better inventory management. And create better inventory management. And create better inventory management. Inventory management is again very essential, very important. Then fourth is reduce food wastage. Reduce food wastage. We need to reduce food wastage as much as possible. Cold chain management. Cold chain management. Extend the shelf life of product. Shelf life of product. Cold chain management will extend the shelf life of the product. Then empowering farmers. Empower farmers. We need to empower the farmers. This is again very important. Direct link with food processors. Direct link with food processors give better returns, give better prices. Give better prices and return to farmers. They'll get the better prices and returns also. Then boost export. Boost export. Meet global standards and delivery. Meet global standard and delivery. You need to meet the global standards and delivery. So these all are the benefits of supply chain management. These all are the benefits of supply chain management. Why supply chain management is considered so important for Indian economy and especially for food processing industry. That you have better traceability, you can track food, faster and efficient logistic where you can reach the product on timely basis, lower operational cost, optimize transport and create better inventory management, reduce food waste management, reduce food wastage, that is cold chain management, extend the shelf life, empowering the farmers, boost export. These all are the benefits of supply chain management. These all are considered as benefits of supply chain management. Then we will talk about some of the challenges associated with it. What are the challenges of supply chain management? Challenges of supply chain management. What kind of challenges the supply chain management is facing? What kind of challenges the supply chain management is facing? The first is lack of cold chain infrastructure. Lack of cold chain infrastructure. Lack of cold chain infrastructure. India lose 30 to 40%. India lose 30 to 40% of its food products especially post harvest loss due to storage problem. Due to storage problem. We lose 30 to 40% of our food products, especially after post harvest losses due to poor storage. We have a very poor storage facilities, no cold storages as such, no refrigerated vans. Second, fragmented supply chain. Fragmented supply chain. Fragmented supply chain. The supply chain is very fragmented. It is not enough toto. Too many intermediaries. Too many intermediary. Too many intermediary increase the cost. Too many intermediaries increase the cost and reduce transparency. And reduce transparency. Too many intermediaries increase the cost and reduce transparency. Third, unorganized farming. Third is unorganized farming. Unorganized farming. Unorganized farming. A small and marginal farmer. A small and marginal farmer. Most of the India have this small and marginalized farmer that lack direct access to processor. Lack direct access to processor. Now what is that? Most of the India have those kind of small and marginal farmers that lack proper hectares of land. They have less than 2 hectares of land. So most of them are doing the farming only for self-sustenance. So unorganized farming is also a major challenge here. Then price volatility and seasonality. Price volatility and seasonality. Price volatility and seasonality. Affecting the availability. Affecting availability affecting availability, price volatility and seasonality affecting availability and prices of raw material. And prices of raw material. So affecting availability and prices of raw material, this price volatility and seasonality. Logistic inefficiency. Logistic inefficiency. Now this is again a very big and major problem. Poor rural roads. Poor rural roads. Poor rural road. Lack of refrigerated trucks. Lack of refrigerated trucks. They also impact a lot. क्योंकि अगर आपके पास पुअर सड़कें खराब होंगी, आपके पास कोल्ड स्टोरेजेस नहीं होंगे, now that is also affect your logistic, that will create logistic inefficiency as well. Then we have limited technology. We have limited technology adoption. Limited technology adoption. Limited technology adoption. Weak tracking, forecasting, monitoring. Weak tracking, forecasting, and monitoring. Weak tracking, no proper forecasting, tracking issues. You are not able to track where the product is. Forecasting regarding to the prices, forecasting regarding to weather situation, tracking. All these are limited technology adoption. Then global regulatory compliances. Global regulatory compliances. That is international standards. That is international standards. Global regulatory compliances. Many a times, Indian products are not acceptable in the international markets because we are not following the standards. Phytosanitary measures we are not adopting. We are not adopting. We are doing excessive usage of fertilizers, chemicals. So, this is again a problem. Difficult in meeting international food difficult in meeting international food safety and labeling norms. Food safety and labeling norms. Difficult in meeting international food safety and labeling norms. Then 8th, sustainability pressure. Sustainability pressure. Sustainability pressure. Growing needs to reduce. Growing needs to reduce carbon footprint. Growing need to reduce carbon footprint and adopt eco-friendly practice. Adopt eco-friendly practice in packing and grading. So friends, these are the major challenges in supply chain management. ये सारे major challenges हैं supply chain management के. These all are the major challenges in supply chain management. I hope it is clear to all of you. What is the major hurdles India's supply chain is facing right now? What are the major hurdles India's supply chain is facing right now? So these are the major hurdles, or we can say these are the major problems our supply chain management is facing currently. These are the major challenges our supply chain is facing currently. Now, before moving ahead and talk about role of e-commerce, our foundation batch for 2026 is live now. You all can join our foundation batch. This is an English medium. It is an online, offline mode both. That means if you want to appear it for offline, you can attend these classes from Delhi. From Delhi, that is Mukherjee Nagar Center and Karol Bagh Center. Mukherjee Nagar we have Hindi, and for Karol Bagh we have this English Center. Apart from that, you also can take these classes from Prayagraj. So, and if you want to take it online, then you also can take these classes online. You all can register now. In description, you will find the link where you can register. There is also a phone number where you can call and ask for further details. These are our expert faculties of different subjects. So I hope you all will like these sessions and you all can join these foundation batch. Now, moving ahead, let's talk about the role of supermarket in India. What is the role of this supermarket in India? This is again extremely important. How the supermarkets play an important role in the food processing. How the supermarket play important role in food processing. Let's discuss them. So first of all, they serve as link between they serve as link between they serve as link between food processors and consumers. They serve as a link between food processor and consumer, offer scale distribution and take feedbacks So what is that? These supermarket, they serve as a link between food processor and consumer, offer scale distribution and take feedbacks from them So how they will work? First is market access for processed food. Market access for processed food. Market access for processed food. Supermarket offer shelf space. Supermarket offer shelf space. Supermarket offers shelf space and wide access of ranges to food processing brands especially the startups So supermarket offers shelf space, wide access of ranges of products, especially to startups. If you go to the DMart, you will see there are many new grocery products like flour, like cleaners, and all these things, like different type of ketchups, jam, sauces. So they offer the different things to them. So it increase the availability, it increase visibility and availability of processed food. Visibility and availability of processed food help food brands to access them especially to customers only. Now, second, bulk procurement and inventory. Bulk procurement and inventory. Supermarkets buy the product. Supermarket buy the processed products. Buy processed product in bulk. Directly from food processors directly from food processor or distribute them through long contracts distribute them through long contracts, have a stable demand forecasting have a stable demand forecasting and production planning and production planning and proper production planning. So bulk procurement and inventory. Supermarket buy the processed product in bulk directly from food processor or distribute them through long contracts, have stable demand forecasting and production planning. Third, efficient warehousing and cold chain logistic. Efficient warehousing and cold chain logistic. Efficient warehousing and cold chain logistic. Centralized warehouses. Centralized warehouses. Cold storage. Refrigerated vans or containers. Refrigerated vans or containers. Protect perishable products. Protect perishable product and promote and extend their shelf life. Their shelf life can be extended. Then private label manufacturing. Private label manufacturing. Private label manufacturing. Supermarket launch in-house. Supermarket launch his own in-house brands which can encourage a small and mid-size farm processors. आपने देखा होगा DMart have its own brand. DMart polythene, DMart packaging is there. They are selling the rice, pulses, or these things, wheat. So DMart have its own brand. So they have their own private label manufacturing that they can directly take from the processors, that they can directly take from the farm processor. Fifth, data driven demand and feedback. Data-driven demand and feedback. They have their feedback forms there. Supermarket conducts surveys and feedbacks through point of sale machine, loyalty cards, loyalty cards to track consumer behavior, to track consumer behavior and have better targeted marketing. Better targeted marketing. They have better targeted marketing. They are data driven. Okay. And last is quality safety. Quality safety. Quality safety. That strict quality check. A strict quality check. And FSSAI approvals. Food Safety and Standard Authority of India's approvals. So these all are the work that supermarkets conduct for the economies. These all are the important works of supermarkets. I hope it is being clear to you all. So before moving ahead, friends, we also started our mains test series. Total number of tests will be 15. 15 tests will be there. Okay. And these tests you can attempt in bilingual mode. मतलब online, offline, दोनों जगह से इसको attempt कर सकते हैं, हिंदी and English में. If you want to appear it in offline, you can come to प्रयागराज सेंटर, मुखर्जी नगर सेंटर और करोल बाग सेंटर. वहां पे आप आराम से अपने आंसर्स लिख सकते हैं. This is the phone number 9319293730. You can call on this number. You can register for this mains test series of 2025. Total number of tests will be 15. And this is about our mains test series for this year. This year's mains. Now moving to the last topic, that is, what is the role of e-commerce? What is the role of e-commerce in supply chain management? How e-commerce play an important role in supply chain management? This is again very important. So e-commerce both B2C, that is business to customer, and business to business, and B2B offer important role, play important role in developing food processing industry. They play a very important role in food processing industry. They increase the visibility. They increase the visibility of the product. Transparency, efficiency, digitalizing and enhance consumer reach in each stage of food processing. In each stage of food processing, the role of e-commerce can be extended. So e-commerce, both B2C, B2B, play important role in developing food processing industry. They increase the visibility, transparency, efficiency, digitalizing and enhance consumer reach in every stage of food processing. So this is their role. Okay. So it first is direct to customer model, direct to consumer model, that is D2C. Direct to consumer model, that is D2C model. What is that? Earlier processed food. Earlier processed food go through wholesaler, go through wholesaler, distributor, then retailer, distributor, retailer. Now with e-commerce, food processors, now with e-commerce, food processor can sell directly, via Amazon, Big Basket, JioMart, etc. Big Basket, JioMart, etc. JioMart, etc. and enhance even on their own website. On their own website also. They can create their own website as well. So better margin for producer. Better margin for producer. They will have better margin. Better margin for producer. Fast feedback. Faster feedback. So this is the first direct to access, direct to consumer model. Direct to consumer model means where they can sell their product directly to the consumers. Where they can sell their product directly to the consumers. Earlier processed food go through wholesaler, distributor, retailer. Now with e-commerce, food processors can sell directly via Amazon, Flipkart, Big Basket on their own website, which provide them good margin and enhances the faster feedback. Second, efficient inventory. Efficient inventory. Efficient inventory and order management. Efficient inventory and order management. Now, efficient inventory and order management. How you are managing your inventory, how you are managing the orders. E-commerce use real-time inventory tracking, real-time inventory tracking, AI powered demand forecasting, AI powered demand forecasting, AI power demand forecasting, where they can forecast the demand कि कैसे demand generate हो रहा है. AI powered demand forecasting. Apart from that, automated restocking, reduce overstocking, understocking, and minimize food wastage, for perishables, especially for perishables. Third, better cold chain or last mile connectivity. Better cold chain and last mile connectivity. Better cold chain and last mile connectivity. E-commerce play an important role To invest in cold chain logistic, to invest in cold chain logistic, to invest in cold chain logistic included refrigerated warehouses, included refrigerated warehouses. ठीक है, e-commerce play an important role to invest in cold chain logistic including refrigerated warehouses. Then B2B, B2B, business to business, for raw material sourcing, for raw material sourcing, that is supply of essential raw material. Food processors can use platforms like, food processors can use platforms like, can use platform like AgriBazaar, AgriBazaar, Ninja Card, Ninja Card, Ninja Card to procure grains, to procure grains, vegetables, to procure grains, vegetable, dairy products, dairy product directly from farmer, directly from farmer, reduce middlemen, reduce middleman role, reduce middleman role, have better prices, have better prices as well. Then apart from that, enhance export and global reach, enhance export and global reach. It can also enhance the export and global reach as well. E-commerce platform, e-commerce platform can sell product, e-commerce sell product through Amazon, through Amazon, allow Indian food processors, allow Indian food processors to reach global market. Many times the foreigners order that, to reach global market. And last is data driven, data driven consumer insight, data driven consumer insight. Everything is data driven. That means whatever the information you will get, that is data driven, data driven. E-commerce collect, e-commerce collect massive data information, massive data information regarding consumer behavior, regarding consumer behavior, regarding consumer behavior, their feedbacks, their feedbacks, targeted audience, targeted audience, better marketing, marketing, targeted audience marketing, packing, packing, and quality assurance, and quality assurance. So this is how this e-commerce play an important role in overall development of supply chain management. Supply chain management में how e-commerce play an important role. This is what we got. So if suppose let's take a simple example. If we take a simple example to understand this, we will finish it off with this example. A farmer sell tomato. Farmer sell tomato. Farmer sell tomato via D-Hart. Via D-Hart. Farmer sell tomato via D-Hart. Processor make ketchup. Processor make ketchup. Can make ketchup. Tomato ketchup he can make. Upload on upload on Amazon. Upload on Amazon. Consumer order. Consumer order it. Consumer order it. Amazon deliver it. Amazon deliver it. Deliver it through cold chain. Through cold chain. Consumer give feedback. Consumer give feedback. Consumer give feedback. And data stored. So this is how this supply chain management actually work. This is how this supply chain management actually work. So friends, this is all in context of supply chain management. We had discussed this supply chain management in very detail. We had covered all the supply chain management importances, benefits, challenges. We also discussed the role of supermarket. We discussed the role of e-commerce firms. Now, tomorrow we will discuss the last part of this chapter, that is regarding to government initiatives for food processing industry. What are the schemes that the government announced for food processing industry? We also discussed little bit about the mega food parks. What are they? And then we will finish it off with this food processing chapter. And then we'll move ahead to the next chapters. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed this session. And I request you all to please comment once the class get over. Do comment whether you are liking this class or not. Apart from that, do share the channel, do subscribe the channel, do tell your friends who are preparing for this year's mains or who are preparing for UPSC about these topics. And apart from that, we also have our this mains answer writing batch. This is in completely online mode. This is in completely online mode. You can attempt the answers from your home. आप हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में आंसर लिख सकते हैं और सबमिट कर सकते हैं. दैट इज कंप्लीटली इन ऑनलाइन मोड. ओके, घर से आप अपना आंसर लिखिए, सबमिट करिए, हमारी टीम उसको फीडबैक देगी और आपका बताएगी कि आपका आंसर कैसा है. You can all register now. The phone number is here, 9319293730. You can call on this number and ask for further details. So friends, that's all from my side. Thank you so much to all of you. God bless you all. Take care.